We are underway. Yu-Min Lin first pitch, taken at the knees for a strike. 91. Yu-Min Lin, and it is going to be a fun week. 0-1. Ritter on the ground. A third cut off by Blaze at short. Alexander. The throw is dug out, and Mancini. It came out of his glove at the last moment. So Ritter is 2. Sam Hilliard takes inside 1-0. Albuquerque comes in season back when they were 10-13. 1-0. Hilliard taken for a strike, but that was not for long. The 8 speed off of first. Lynn comes home. Hilliard, beautiful breaking ball, swings through it. Ears. 6:05 tonight, 6:05 tomorrow. Day game 11:05 on Thursday. Chance at 2 for Lynn. 1, 6, 3. It's a double play. And that leadoff runner wiped off. Sam Hilliard grounds into a twin killing, and there's 2 away for Sean Bouchard. Sunday to follow, 1:05 for the finale. Sean Bouchard is back at AAA, and he swings through a Yu-Min Lin's Taipei. That's Yu-Min Lin. 0-1 is up and in, 1-1 Lin. Since continued that pace in 2023, promoted to AA. Had a really nice season in 23. That pitch looked good, and a challenge coming from Aramis Garcia.
Catcher's challenge to call
behind
ball.
The plate. Connor Kaiser's at the hot corner. Blaze Alexander in the hole at short, been busy early.
Calls overturned, counts 1-2
from Garcia. So that is a strike on Bouchard. It's 1-2. Ildemaro Vargas at the Keystone. Mancini at first. McCarthy in left. Pache in right. Barossa the start and center. 1-2. Breaking ball just out. 2-2. Top of the first. Lynn after a double play grounder. He fields his position extraordinarily well. Blaze Alexander, 3 ground balls, and Yu-Min Lin faces the minimum in the first. Aces coming up next. And Bernabel against Yu-Min Lin. He's been stingy. First pitch is in there for a strike. Lin said third, allowed 1 run, struck out 4. 0-1 up and in. 1-1 pitch on Hira. Breaking ball. Thought it may have hit him. 2-1 on Hira from Yu-Min Lin. The strikeouts have been there too. Hira blasted into center. Barossa back at the track, at the wall. That is gone. Keston Hira with his 4th. Just said he's been heating up in a big-time way. And Hira with a long home run to dead center field. The raw power, ridiculous for Keston Hira. He had hit an inordinate amount of home runs last year in a small sample with Salt Lake. PCL masher Keston Hira. 3-1. Aces now by 2 on a solo homer. We're going to see some runs in this series. Hopefully, we're hoping coming in from the Aces, and a good start in that regard in the first, but this Albuquerque lineup can hit. It's a challenge for the staff for Lynn. Rolled over to first. Mancini, underhand toss. Lynn over in a flash for out number that loss in game 2, that 18-3 loss. 0-1 sharply back up the middle, and warming Bernabel aboard. Impressed with Bernabel. And he's continued to hit since Albuquerque. Tacoma have not won a series yet. First pitch is in there for a strike on Thompson. It's been a couple weeks. 0-1, left on left, gets away from Garcia. Bernabel to second base on a wild pitch from Yu-Min Lin. That was a curveball. But actually this year, small sample has been even tougher on righties. 1-2 on Thompson. Bell's at second on the wild pitch and a single. He strikes out Thompson. There's the first K for Yu-Min Lin. He struck out 4 Space Cowboys, 5 in his last home start against Vegas, 3 at Sacramento. In his first AAA start last season against Albuquerque, struck out 2 in 4. Adding a big bat to that catching room. The 2 most productive from behind the plate. 1-0 on Fulford, taken just off. 2-0. Somebody step up, a catcher, and it's been Garcia. Good pitch, swing and a miss. 2-1 on Fulford. Aramis, 2-1 on Fulford. Swung on to third. Kaiser, so good over there, will tag out Bernabel. And that ends the inning. Connor Kaiser doing it the easy way for out number 3. Hira, 4-1. Carreras, 9-1-2, squaring a bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. Lynn struck out was Houston. 0-1, breaking ball high. If you really want to sleep under the stars, in camp at White Sands. 1-1, Carreras fouls it away. 1-2, another good leadoff single from Ritter on the infield. Taken high, 2-2. Carreras does not chip. And they could score runs for sure. Question with them has always been the pitching. Popped up in play for Garcia. Aramis has a beat on it. Garcia makes the catch for the first out. 1 down, lineup turning over to Ryan Ritter. Singling backhanded by Mancini was ruled a hit for Ryan Ritter. who is a high character guy. Albuquerque is 8th in the PCL out of 10 clubs. 1-0 foul back. Ryan Ritter has been a nice aces hitting now that we're back home. 4 runs in 2 innings. Ritter takes up and in 2-1. He's drawn 29 walks and walked 3 times. 2-1 from Yumin Lin. Swung on, laced into left. Ritter's 2 for 2. After 10 hits last week. Nice start for Ritter in this series. It's a 1-out single off Lynn, the most prolific power hitters in the PCL in the last 5 or so seasons. Last time he was here, been good again at AAA, 5 home runs. Fouls it back 0-2, has enjoyed hitting the bell. This whole lineup can hit. This ball rocked into center. Barossa back on it at the track, at the wall. He makes the catch. Barossa, as always, makes it look easy. Sam Hilliard, ball that was tattooed. Everybody loves him. First pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. Hit Yumin Lin, 0-1. Bouchard taken outside, 1-1. Pretty remarkable. He came up here old enough to drink. 1-1 on Bouchard, swinging a foul ball, 1-2. And he said he noticed him, and he said it helps him when he's on the mound. He has that whole 2-2 on Bouchard with 2 outs. Sean Bouchard breaking ball up and away, 3-2. Hira is off the mound on ground balls. Breaking ball taken for a call, 3rd strike. Bouchard will challenge.
Batter's challenging to call a strike.
I don't know if he's super aware of the challenge system. He's been up in the big league, so he didn't touch his helmet. This is a ball outside. It's ball 4.
Call's overturned, ball 4.
First and second now with 2 outs. Call is overturned. Albuquerque 1 for 1. Reno also 1 for 1 to start this game. The 45th pitch coming here to Keston Hira. He homered his last time, takes down and away 1-0. Have to be careful with Hira, striking out so much to start the season. Swing and a miss. He was missing a lot of. 1 on Hira. Lynn from the stretch, take in for a strike. Beautiful fastball. Catching the. Mancini's not holding him. Mancini's way off the line. 1-2 on the ground to short. Blaze will go the short way to Vargas. Yumin Lin does not allow a run in the 3rd. We're through 2.5. It's the Aces by 3. Here in the opener, Yumin Lin pitching into the 4th, which has 48 offerings thus far. This is up and away on Alvarez of the Astros for his hopes of going through your early work. Big hack and a miss, 1-2. He said baseball to help him with his swing in his game. 1-2. Fernandez lob down the line. It is a foul ball, just right of the line. Counting about having all the technology he didn't have in Cuba. 1-2, rolled to first. Mancini on the backhand, just homered. Now underhand toss to Lynn. Again, there in a flash. Same exact play. Fernandez in full health. And now Bernabel having a big season so far for Albuquerque. Shard. 1-0 pitch, taken down and away, 2-0. Bernabel, he's looked schedule. Will be this week. 2-0 down, 3-0 on Bernabel. Thompson on deck. So now we're on Lynn, who has not walked any so far until now. Bernabel draws the free pass, been on twice. It's a 1-out walk. Yumin Lin in his previous starts is for Lynn. Sterling Thompson, the infield shifted, takes outside, 1-0. Season high in strikeouts, 10. That was in April. So he is 1 with Mancini holding on Bernabel. Taken up and in. Thompson on the hands. 2-1. His favorite player was Troy Tulowitzki, and he wanted to be him. His family had moved from Colorado to Florida by everybody in that division. Fouled off a foot, 3-2. They just played the Diamondbacks over the weekend. Wondering if the Rockies were going to set that record this season. Rolled to first. Mancini's going to try at 2. The turn is late, and a nice catch from Lynn to keep that from going into the dugout. Bernabel out at second base. It's a force. Thompson aboard at first, and now 2 away for Braxton Fulford this season. In terms of steals on the bases, he's called him up to make his debut. He played just 4 games, so didn't really get a long look at him, but now he's a mix up there. 1-1 Lynn, 65 pitches now. That is outside. 2-1. Never quite curled back in on the slider to make up for that tomorrow. 2-1, swing and a miss. That's a filthy slider back door. 2 balls, 2 strikes in the second. Comes home, takes low, 3-2. It's full. Carreras is on deck. More so with the change in the curve and the cutter. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Fulford. That's a slider on the back door. Second strikeout for Lynn. Barossa. Yumin Lin first time facing Carreras. He popped out behind the plate. Now takes outside. 1-0. Shohei Ohtani homering, but the D-backs still won. 1-0 taken for a strike. Lourdes Gurriel. See him tonight for Reno. 1-1. Carreras taken up and away. 2-1. I think it's a tough night. Albuquerque's 0 for 3. Lynn's made some big pitches. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Change up. We've lost 10 of 13 games. Foul back on a breaking ball. Carreras just got a piece. When the Aces 14 of 15 this year. 2-2 pitch. Carreras taken for a called third strike. That is a beautiful fastball. Painted on the inner half. Carreras down looking, and there's one away. Perfect pitch from Lynn. Can't do anything with this. Right on the black. Lynn. Nice little frame from Garcia as well. Didn't have to frame it too much. Carreras leans back, does not challenge. Ritter. 5 pitches here in the 5th. The reason the Aces have lost so many games when scoring starters in Lynn and Mena. And you know Tommy Henry, Mena and Lynn, 2 of the most exciting starters in the league. Right off the end of the bat, 1-2 on Ryan Ritter. Ritter swing and a miss. Fastball by him. The 4th strikeout for Lynn, the 2nd in a row. His season high in strikeouts, 5 in his last home start against Vegas, and he is nearing that. 3 straight strikeouts for Lynn. He struck out Fulford at the end of the 4th. Carreras looking on a fastball. Now Ritter swinging on a fastball. By him up and away against a good contact hitter, Ryan Ritter. Late on the heater. 2 down, Hilliard at the plate, nobody aboard. 6-1 Aces, that is in there for a strike. Breaking ball, Lynn. He's lefty. 0-1 pitch, taken just low. The law wrote on, you manipulate the baseball at such a high level. 1-1, Hilliard swung on and roped to center. Barossa back at the track. This is off the batter's eye for Sam Hilliard, the 6th home run of the year. Hilliard crushed it at scoop shot. He almost homered in the 3rd inning. He does homer here in the 5th. 2 solo homers from Hira and Hilliard, 2 prolific power bats. In the middle of this order, homering off Lynn. This was on a slider, and Hilliard went with the pitch to straightaway center. Big time Rob. Drew a walk in the 3rd, grounded out in his first at bat facing Lynn. Now takes high, 1-0. Only thing is, in Reno's pen, Rashi has not pitched since Wednesday, so he has to pitch tonight for the Aces. Been almost for Albuquerque in his career. Swung on to left center and deep. Barossa over. Jorge, it is past him and off the wall. Bouchard around first. Bouchard will aim for 3rd. That ball caromed awkwardly into center, and it's a triple for Sean Bouchard. Homer triple back-to-back after 3 straight strikeouts. Have that in store this week. First pitch. Hira swing and a miss. Beauty on a change. 0-1 from Lynn. Swung on and missed. There's a heater right by him. 0-2. Lynn has struck out 5. Hira swings and misses. Lynn has struck out. Matched his season high tonight with 3 Ks. He struck out the side in this 5th. 1 run scores. It's 6-2 Aces.